Hey, let's change the way you think about the root of your behaviors. So, as usual, I've got a couple of different podcasters giving influence to this message today. If you'd like to write something down, now's a good time to pause me. Go get your pen and paper. Just a little post-it note. Should be fun. But today we're going to explore our external behaviors, what we give to the world, how we behave, what we react like, what we're in reaction to the world. Okay, this is going to be called our reality. This is the view, our point of view, our POV, to the experience that we're having as a human being. This is our reality, the world. You're in this type of job, you have kids, you don't have kids, you are married, you go to church, you pay your bills, you don't pay your bills, you're in a lot of debt, you follow Dave Ramsey. This is your outward behavior to the world. Every single person is all customized differently, most of it relating back to the meaning that we've given to experiences that we've had in our past. The experience could have meant something different to somebody else. You can go back and look at a different video. You can change your past. You can give that experience a different meaning now for your own brain. However, we have a huge compilation of all of the things that we have decided to be true, that we have decided to be true. Remember, our brains crave certainty over accuracy. So it could not be true, but we decided that. That's our point of view to the reality that we're giving the world. Okay? So your behaviors are influenced by your beliefs. The beliefs that you actually thought about, that you have decided are a certainty in your mind. This is your belief, your structure system. Your behaviors are decided by that belief system. Your belief system is decided by your thoughts about the belief system. Okay, so you got to think about the things before it just automatically projects into the world. When you're not actually sitting down and thinking and deciding on how you want to portray yourself or how you feel the world is in certainty, then you're just letting your emotions rule the show and going by whatever they happen to say. So if you have your behaviors is what all of the external world sees of you. Did you blow up at that person? Did you just let it go? Did you make it to work on time? Are you chronically late? Are you in debt? Did you have kids? Are you married? These are your behaviors, okay? They're on a big external world system, okay? It's the point of view that you're giving the world, your behaviors. Your behaviors are influenced by your beliefs. Your beliefs are influenced by your thoughts, okay? So if your behavior is the most important thing to the world and to what you get out of the world and what you give to the world, if your behavior is the most important thing, that automatically means your thoughts are the most important thing you can give to the world. And therefore, the most important thing that influences the way you see the world. How happy you're going to be in life, how miserable you're going to be in life. What types of habits you adopt, good habits or bad habits. Your thoughts control all of this. It's so super important to be mindful, to be focused on your thoughts. I like to say that I'm in focused thoughtfulness. That's where I try to play the game focused thoughtfulness. Mindfulness can get a little bit spiritual sometimes. Mindfulness can get more abstract than I'd like to bring to a practical sense. I tend to be more of a realist than an optimist or a pessimist. I'm a realist. So I want to know exactly what to do, how to do it, the habits, the thoughts that need to be changed, how I'm going to change it because I'm going to write it down so that I can measure it. This is how I can operate and how I'd like to show you can change everything about your world. You can change everything about the way the world sees you. Your behaviors are the external shell, but all of it comes from inside your little brain and your thoughts. Now, if you want to get into mindfulness and think about thoughts, You say, I am feeling depressed. I feel sad. I think these things. I think these thoughts. Who thinks these thoughts? Now this portion is coming straight from Michael Singer. Who thinks the thoughts? Who feels the emotion? Who feels sad? How do you know you feel sad? How do you know you have that belief? How do you know you thought that thought? Who did? You did. He calls it the seat of self. A religious person might call it your soul. Someone might just say your consciousness, a scientist. All of these different people can label it with a different word. But the you that is you, that is you, that is you, is not your thoughts. It's not your emotions. It's not your behaviors. The you that is you is sitting back there and watching the experience that you're having and making these decisions mostly based off of your past experiences and what kind of meaning you put to them. But you are not your thoughts. You can tell yourself, if I told you, say hello in your mind over and over and over and over. This is what Michael Singer said today. Say hello. Hello. I'm doing it. I'm saying it in my mind. I'm saying hello, 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 hello. Who's doing it? I controlled that thought. I made my brain think hello, 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 hello. My brain wouldn't have just done it by itself. I did it. I controlled the thought. My soul, my seat of self, my consciousness controls my own thoughts. So you've all had the experience of when you're watching TV, maybe for guys it's a football game, or you're getting super focused and into the TV. You are like, game on, everything else needs to just go away. And it does. And for a little bit, you are so zoned into that TV that everything else fades away. And sometimes your wife or your husband or your kids are in the background going, Mom, Dad, Mom, Dad. And you didn't even hear them. You were focused. You were zoned into the TV. So your seat of self, your point of view, your soul can get so zoned in to the TV of life, to your point of view, to your reality in this world, that it has a hard time pulling itself back and saying, okay, I am not that emotion, and I recognize I'm having that emotion. I am not that thought, and I'm recognizing that that thought is not serving me. You can pull yourself back and suck right back into who you are. And if you've done your work, you've recognized who you are, maybe even written it down and said, hey, this is the kind of human that I'm going to be. This is who I'm going to bring to the world. If you've done that, you can pull yourself back and say, whew, that TV screen that the world is showing me is a little distressing. And I don't really like it. And I can control all my thoughts about it. I can control the meaning that I associate to this TV screen that's being played right now. And it's not saying, I'm not saying that it's not reality. It is reality. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe the pandemic has taken a loved one away from you. This is reality. This is where we live and what we have to do every single day. It's your reality. But you get to pull yourself in, recollect yourself, take a step back, and say, how do I need to perceive this? How is this going to benefit me and everyone around me? How can I bring my truest self to this situation? For me, and I think for most people, my truest self wants to show love. To every situation I encounter, I want to show love. Sometimes it's hard love. Sometimes it's hard for me, and sometimes it's hard for me to dish out. But I always want to be sure I'm showing love. You get to choose you. You get to decide who you are and what you're going to bring to the table and what you want the world to see as your shell, as your behavior. You get to choose all of that. You are in there, behind the screen that is your experience, behind your emotions, behind your past. You're in there. This is you, the you of yous, the core of you that gets to make the thoughts, that gets to decide the meanings that you give things, and ultimately leads to your reactions, your behaviors, and what you're able to give the world, or what you let the world give to you. It's all about your thoughts. Starts there, 100%. I love you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day. See you later. Hey, you made it to the end. Be sure and click on the next video to keep the party going. And don't forget to subscribe.